I cannot believe anything anymore because this book has a 4.4 star rating on Goodreads, and I have not come across a more disappointing book than this one. So let's bash this book. So Jeremy hires Lowen to finish the series that was written by Verity, who's now comatose. Lowen goes to their house and there she finds an autobiography or a diary by Verity, and then she uncovers the truth about her coma. Let's start from the very beginning of the story. Who has the same blueprint of the 3 books that I've read of her? A stranger who's handsome and rich meets a damsel in distress who's desperate and docile. And for the rest of the story, they're lusting for each other. And of course, this book was the same. Okay, secondly, let's talk about the characters. I have seen bricks with more personality. We read about Jeremy twice, through Verity's diary and through Lowen's description. But do we find any sort of character development? No. I do not understand why Verity and Lowen both were obsessed with this brick of a man. Our lead character, Lowen, a writer who has nothing profound to say throughout the book. She's a desperate homewrecker with hormones of a teenage girl. And since we're talking about hormones, are we even sure that this book was written by a mature woman?
Thrusting in me so hard that I had to bite the cardboard with Verity's teeth marks.
I am beyond disgusted. Honestly, the sex scenes were painful to read because it felt like lousy writing in order to fill in the gaps between Jeremy and Verity's love story. Like they were doing nothing else throughout their relationship but having sex. Now let's talk a little bit about the plot holes. First of all, Lowen takes 19 working days to finish 19 chapters. I mean, if you're so curious that you are not doing the work that you are supposed to do and you're reading a diary without someone's consent, might as well finish it in one sitting. And also while reading the diary, she never fails to give in her 2 cents. And while giving these 2 cents, at one point she says, I am tired of reading the smut. I am tired of reading about their sex life. And after 2 pages, she's having sex with Jeremy. And then Verity, who's pretending to be a vegetable for such a long time, she doesn't get up to give someone a call that she's in trouble, but she wakes up just to scare Lowen, who at no point felt like that she needs to be realistic, because Verity, in order to cope with the trauma that her daughter is dead, is writing that she killed her daughter. I mean, people do a lot of weird things to cope with trauma, but calling yourself a killer when you are not and bashing your daughters when you love them so much is something that I don't think any sane person can do. And then the ending, Lowen, who is so self-righteous, she's always bashing Verity because she is a horrible person, she's been so bad to her children and whatnot. When she figures out that she is the one who helped Jeremy kill her, she says nothing. It's like, what's done is done, who's killed is killed, I am me and I want to continue having sex with Jeremy, so F it. Also, this book had a couple of red flags. The first red flag is unnecessary use of smut, and child abuse is used to thicken the plot only, and there is no real lesson that you can get out of it. Also, this book does normalizes cheating because Jeremy does not regret after cheating on his comatose wife. And fourthly, Jeremy, after killing his wife, is not traumatized at all and he's functioning normally. It's like giving out the message that human life has no value. About recommendations, I do not recommend this book. If you're thinking about buying this book, if you're thinking about reading this book, save yourself some hassle, save yourself some money, and don't go for this book. And I think I have given you enough reasons for that. So see you next time with another book.